Hello everyone. Welcome to the Blockchain News Club. Let's take a brief intro into today's crypto updates before going into the details. Ripple and LBRY say Gensler's comments show prejudgment in dealing with crypto cases. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission's recent crypto-related crackdown attracted sharp criticism from XRP community. According to the official announcement shared by the teams of XRP Toolkit, users of XRP Toolkit can now use FIO send aliases. Ripple's major partner in Japan, SBI, announced the acquisition of crypto lender company HashHub. XRP appears to have entered a bullish trend as Ripple vs. SEC lawsuit hangs in the balance. Scam alert. The Twitter account of one of India's governor was hacked to advertise a pretend XRP airdrop. Before we dive deep into today's updates, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please hit the subscribe button. It will help us a lot. Gensler's own words could bar him from crypto securities actions. Gary Gensler, the head of the SEC, has been hinting for a long time that he thinks most crypto tokens are securities. He finally said that everything other than Bitcoin falls under the SEC's jurisdiction, which gives crypto firms more ammunition for their legal battles. Gensler confirmed what the business world has known for a long time: everything except Bitcoin is a security. He said this in an interview with New York Magazine on February 23. In response to the comment, Ripple and LBRY, two companies that have been at odds with the agency over this very issue, say that the agency chief's actions show bias. Ripple is still in a fight with the SEC. Stuart Alderity, the chief legal officer of Ripple, argued that Gensler should not vote on any crypto enforcement actions from now on. Alderity used Antonio vs. SEC as an example. In that case, the SEC tried to stop a stockbroker from working at a securities firm, but failed because an SEC commissioner had made a public statement judging the case before it was heard. In Antonio, the plaintiff said that the commissioner's involvement in disbarment proceedings illegally gave the proceedings the appearance of impropriety. The court agreed, saying that the commissioner's statements showed that he or she had in some way decided the facts and the law of a particular case before hearing it. The court also said, therefore, we throw out all commission proceedings, in which Commissioner Cox took part after Commissioner Cox's speech, and we send the case back to the commission with instructions to do a de novo review of the evidence, without Commissioner Cox's participation. If this case law was used to judge Gensler's speech, he might not be able to take part in future securities cases against digital asset firms. Antonio vs. SEC has a counterargument. The commissioner in question recused himself from the case after his speech, but he did participate in a routine denial of an offer of settlement, University of Kentucky law faculty wrote in a 2009 opinion. The commissioner's actions did not go against the well-established prejudgment doctrine that the court writes about, said faculty. Their analysis, on the other hand, did not set a new standard. The company that makes LBC credit tokens, LBRY, also talked about Gensler's comments in NY Magazine. The company said it knew Gensler's opinion all along. The problem started when LBRY got a summary judgment in November that sided with the SEC and said LBC is a security. In January, during an appeal, a judge made it clear that secondary sales of LBC are not considered securities. This was a small win for LBRY and could help Ripple. LBRY has publicly offered to help other crypto companies that are in legal trouble with the SEC. It says it will share any information it has about the process and the best ways to deal with enforcement actions. This year, a summary judgment is likely to be made in Ripple's case about how its XRP should be categorized. The court case started in 2020. Con man Gary Gensler similar to SBF. Even as word gets out that the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission is cracking down on crypto operations, the XRP community criticizes the SEC for being too strict. In a recent article, XRP lawyer John Deaton said that SEC Chair Gary Gensler is like former FTX CEO Sam Bankman-Fried when it comes to how crypto token registrations are handled. In comparison to the crypto laws in other countries, the U.S. regulators are being criticized for not making the rules clear enough. Most crypto traders think that the SEC is acting like a law enforcement agency on top of not being clear about what is going on. Gensler recently got a lot of flack for saying that all cryptocurrencies except Bitcoin are securities. As a result, information about the crypto companies that have registered with the SEC is in the spotlight. The SEC chair has been saying that under the current rules, only a few crypto tokens had registered. But since April 2021, when Gensler was in office, it is said that none of the crypto tokens were registered. This means that companies in the crypto market aren't coming forward with disclosures because the rules aren't clear. John Deaton, on the other hand, called Gary Gensler a con man and said he was like FTX co-founder SBF. It makes sense that they got along so well, he said about Gensler and SBF. Even though the SEC is going after Ripple with a lawsuit, the XRP community is still supporting it. XRP Ledger now supports FIO send. With the addition of new functions, sending XRP to other people is now easier than ever. The new feature is meant to make it easier for people to pay for things in stores and keep their money from getting into the wrong hands. Officially, XRP Toolkit users can now use FIO send aliases. This was announced by the teams of XRP Toolkit and FIO Protocol, which is a digital identity management solution. This change went into effect today, March 1, 2023. With FIO send, people who own XRP can change the public addresses of their wallets to names that people can understand. FIO Protocol will be in charge of matching an XRP ledger address with the user's name that can be read by humans. This integration makes it easier to use and get XRP and other cryptocurrencies on XRP Ledger. The FIO Protocol team also said that more news about their work with XRP ecosystems will be shared soon. The price of FIO, which is one of the most important native cryptocurrencies of the protocol, went up by 7% when the news came out and hit a local high of over $0.042. The solutions from FIO Protocol were added to XRP, which is a popular non-custodial wallet for XRP. Starting in January 2022, XRP customers will send tokens to addresses that can be read by humans. SBI Japan acquires crypto lender company HashHub. SBI, a financial services company based in Tokyo and Ripple's biggest partner in Japan, has announced that it will buy HashHub. In more detail, SBI Japan has said that it will buy all of HashHub. After the purchase, it's interesting that SBI would go right into the crypto lending business. HashHub is also well known in the new digital economy and blockchain-based research sectors, where it is used to lend digital assets. SBI's most recent announcement said that the company planned to make HashHub its most valuable consolidated subsidiary. Also, getting HashHub has been based on two main goals. In a recent announcement, the first goal of the acquisition was described as adding value to HashHub's research business. This is because the number of clients who want to work together is growing. Second, the acquisition was meant to make the cryptocurrency lending service bigger and safer. Compliance was also part of the second goal, which SBI wanted to reach. According to the announcement, the purchase of HashHub could add more value to the crypto portfolio, which already has a lot of value. Notably, Bitpoint Japan, SBI VC Trade, and Spinft, a market for NFTs, are all run by Japan's biggest financial company, which also runs an exchange and wallet for cryptocurrencies. Also, by buying HashHub, SBI could continue to be Ripple's largest and most important partner in Asia. Also, both sides could do more to strengthen the relationship. In August 2022, Ripple and SBI Remit built a new payment corridor between Japan and Thailand. This could be seen as an example of a similar event. XRP price shows bullish signal. Will crypto whales trigger a March rally? Legal cases with the Securities and Exchange Commission are still in limbo, and big news about them is still in the air. Crypto whales have stayed strong as they have been riding a big wave of accumulation throughout the month of February. But the main question is, where will the price of XRP go next as March 2023 starts? In February, the price of Ripple stayed about the same. But an on-chain analysis of key metrics shows that the third largest altcoin by market capitalization is now on the verge of a big rise. As shown by the mean coin age 90 days, XRP's on-chain metrics show a trend of network-wide accumulation. This is the average number of days that each XRP token has been at its current address, according to the blockchain forensics platform Sentiment. In the past, the price of Ripple has tended to go up when the mean coin age keeps going up. Since the glitch in early February, not as many tokens have changed addresses. With the pressure to sell going down, the XRP may have a good start to March 2023. The recent trend of XRP whales buying more XRP is another important factor that has pushed the price of XRP up in the last week. Data from Sentiment shows that whale investors with 10 to 100 million XRP have been buying more tokens to add to their holdings. The XRP supply distribution chart shows that the whales have added about 300 million new tokens to their holdings in the last 2 weeks of February. Ripple price prediction for March 2023, is a target of 50 cents possible? The market value to realized value is the best way to predict how the price of XRP will change in the next few days. Sentiment says that this metric compares how much an asset is worth on the market to how much it is worth when it is sold. The chart below shows that most people who bought XRP in the last 30 days are in negative positions. Because of this, they are not likely to sell a lot at the current prices. Based on the MVRV 30-day chart, the XRP price prediction says that if the token can break above 42 cents, it can go on a major rally towards 51 cents. This could then become the next euphoric high point in the market, where investors may start to cash out. Still, if the bears win and the price of XRP falls below 30 cents, you can expect a bigger drop to 25 cents before they decide to cut their losses. Analysts of the cryptocurrency market are also keeping an eye on how Ripple's participation in the Montenegro CBDC pilot project is going. This is another important event that could affect the price of XRP in March 2023. India's state governor hacked to promote fake Ripple XRP airdrop. One of India's governor's Twitter account was broken into and used to promote a fake XRP airdrop. So, the Indian official became another victim of attackers who flood social media with fake ads about Ripple, a crypto company that uses XRP, and its CEO, Brad Garlinghouse. There's a good chance that the hack happened less than 12 hours ago. In that time, the hackers have been able to send out a few dozen tweets on behalf of an Indian official trying to sell the ripoff. Some of these tweets have already been seen by hundreds or thousands of people. It seems that the account of another official, this one from France, was also hacked in early February to promote a fake XRP airdrop from Ripple. In the past, the account of the Indian embassy in Oman was also in a similar situation. This means that the people who keep officers' accounts don't pay enough attention to security and authentication, making them easy targets for hackers. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to our channel for regular updates in the blockchain community.